Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
This speech, delivered in July 1939, stands as one of the most iconic moments in the history of the New York Yankees. Fighting back tears and excruciating pain, Lou Gehrig became the face and the name of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. That is, until August 2014. It was so simple. Nominate someone to donate to the charity of their choice.
I nominate Griffin Stein,
Rick Rosenberg, Christina Mandalari.
I challenge Cindy and Lena,
Alexis Ruff, didn't get out of it.
You have 24 hours to complete the challenge or donate $100.
Or dump a bucket of cold water on your head. But when Chris Kennedy nominated his cousin Jeanette Sinertia of Pelham, New York, the Ice Bucket Challenge took a turn that would alter ALS donations forever.
So my cousin lives down in Florida. His golf coach nominated him to do the Ice Bucket Challenge, and essentially you can pick any charity that you wanted. And my cousin Chris, his uncle had passed from ALS, and because Anthony has ALS, he decided to send the challenge up my way and use ALS as the charity. So he told me to look at my Facebook page one day, and I did, and there he was challenging me. We laughed because I was actually going to just donate, and he was pressing me to do it, and he said it would be fun and nominate some of your friends, and so that's what we did. Thanks, my not-so-favorite cousin Chris, for making me do this.
Enter Pat Quinn, a 31-year-old from nearby Yonkers. Pat had been suffering from ALS and was intrigued by the momentum the Sinertias and their friends had started.
Facebook is a crazy thing. I mean, we had mutual friends. So I started noticing the Ice Bucket Challenge was popping up. And I thought, why not? We should get involved. If they can do it, we can make it bigger. And the bigger it gets, the more awareness we create. And as it built, it slowly built up through my network, which is pretty good. We have a lot of friends, family, people that are just following us on Facebook or our website. And in regards to the Ice Bucket Challenge, we knew getting it to Pete Frates was the move.
Pete Frates had been battling the disease for over a year when Pat reached out to him. A former captain of the Boston College baseball team, his Team Freight Train Foundation had reached a broad scope throughout Boston. It was the perfect union to assist the challenge in gaining momentum.
He is that leader. So what he's done by attaching himself and jumping into this disease head first is just incredible.
I truly believe in my heart that we met each other for a reason. I mean, knowing what he's done, I'm always trying to figure out how I can do something different, or even just follow his lead and do what he's doing.
You could just sit back and accept your fate, or you can just say, listen, I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna do everything in my power, which is what these two guys do.
This is a very humiliating disease. And Pete is the one that looked at us and said, we're not looking back, we're looking forward. What are we gonna do to change this?
I remember vividly in one of the early doctor's appointments with the head doctor here in Boston, and he said to her, exactly what is it you need in order to have an effective treatment and potentially a cure? She said, Pete, I need $1 billion. He said, I'll get it for you.
He said a couple of other things that were really profound. The first thing he said was, and one of my goals is to get ALS in front of Bill Gates.
I hereby accept your ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
I am ready for the ice now.
JT here. I am accepting the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
In the coming weeks, the movement hit hyperdrive. Organically, it made the rounds through the Frates network and into the world of sports. In just days, the movement became an international pop culture phenomenon.
And then it's culminated with Bill Gates himself in such a clever video designing an Ice Bucket Challenge, and he's doing it.
It was the only one that I cried.
Yeah.
I cried when I saw it.
Once people started donating as well as doing the challenge, it just took off, and it was really just exponential.
We have heard from globally countless ALS organizations. Everybody's tide has risen.
We had a Madison Ave type advertising guy call us and say, the most brilliant minds, the most money you could ever throw at an advertising campaign could never create the storm of awareness that you guys created.
I have never seen anything like this. I can truly say that the level of awareness of the disease has never been greater.
On that day in 1939, Lou Gehrig's voice not only reached the upper deck of Yankee Stadium, but also the ears of history. 75 years later, the voice of two young men have reached the masses and changed the world in just 1 month.
The Ice Bucket Challenge changed everything. ALS will never be the same, and it's all about building the momentum we've created. You can't let this thing be a fad and disappear. It's something we have to build on.
For my husband, it has made him feel more comfortable to walk outside. It's made him more comfortable to speak in front of my daughter's friends. And so, yeah, it may be clogging up your Facebook page, but I'm not sorry. You know, we did what we could do on our ends, and then from there they just took it and ran with it, and it has just generated so much awareness, and as well as funding, so that we can find a cure for this.
We get emails from other ALS patients or families that said, my father, who hasn't smiled for 3 years, now wakes up every morning and I have to put all the computer on so he can just sit and watch, and he puts a smile on his face.
It's an unbelievably proud feeling to be a part of the beginning of the Ice Bucket Challenge, and to have people create this awareness through the challenge, it means everything.
He's just happy that we were our town, that we were part of this movement. So if it doesn't help him in time, maybe it will help somebody else.